The password is Canada.
Hockey.
Puck.
Moose.
Squirrel.
Maple.
Tree.
Syrup.
Chocolate.
A.
B.
North.
South.
Alaska.
Pipeline.
Oh.
Canada.
Okay, we want to let you know that this is actually part 2 of a 2-part video series. And if you're watching this one first, you should stop right now and click on the link in the description below and watch part 1 first. Right?
Right.
A?
A.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
Well, that's key. What did you like best about the trip?
The shows.
You like the shows. Let's start with Stratford a little bit. So Stratford was the first leg of the trip, and we went to see
The Music Man.
The Music Man. And I'm taking it from your reaction that you liked The Music Man.
Yes.
I liked it very much too. Why did you like it?
I could understand it, and I liked how there were kids in it, and I liked how there was one main actual person.
It's definitely a tour de force for the lead actor who plays Harold Hill. It's about him. Most musicals don't really lay out that way, but this one does. But all the support,
basically
and you're talking about the supporting characters, and you liked them, and they were all very good, but they were definitely supporting characters. It was a great production. It was very enjoyable. All the songs were well done. The dance numbers were actually extended and changed up. It was a different style of dance because the guy who was playing Harold Hill, and it was one of the finest performances of Harold Hill I've seen, and I've seen many productions of Music Man. He was really, really great in the part and a great dancer, and they gave him some extra things. And the dancing was very innovative for this particular musical. I liked it a lot. Scenically, did you like the sets?
Yes.
And this played on the Thrust Theater at Stratford. And usually we see musicals on proscenium stages, which is the picture frame stage where the musical's behind it and maybe they use backdrops. But at Stratford, they don't do that. They use the Thrust stage a lot of times, and they come up with creative unit sets, which means it's one basic scenic piece, and they bring parts onto it. And it worked really well, especially the train scene at the beginning. It was really fun.
Where they can do the lights behind the windows.
Right, there were lights moving behind the set to make it look as though the train windows were passing things, and they were sitting on their luggage and their sales cases instead of actual seats. It worked really well.
And by their actions, they could go, like,
yes,
they were
exactly.
going this and pausing.
And the pace of the music and the style of the music and then the movement of the actors back and forth created a lot of the train's movement. So very much like the Starship Enterprise when with Captain Kirk when they would move from side to side to make it look like they were crashing. That was very good. Other things in Stratford that you enjoyed?
I liked the Small Mart shopping-wise.
Yeah, there was a great little shop there that was called Small Mart, and it had a lot of unique gifts, some old-fashioned lunch pails and things like that, but like old-style toys in there and newfangled things. Very, very clever. We went back there a couple times. We got some things there, gifts for Colton and
Knife that MacGyver would have.
yeah. So they had Swiss Army knives. Very, very different things. Okay, from there, let's talk about Queenston Heights. Do you want to say anything about that, or okay?
I thought it was really cool how we climbed it.
Yes, all 235 steps. And 235 steps back down. It was a very tight, windy space, and you can maybe hear in the footage there were some people who must have been from Montreal or Quebec, and they were speaking French, and they were coming up behind us, and I kept thinking, how are we going to get back down around them? And
we had to scooch up front.
Yeah. There was a very small area to get around them, but yeah, so it was a very humid day, so that was quite the climb.
It's funny how it's a very small area with very small windows, but you can see a lot out of the windows.
Yeah, there's a great view from up there, so that was really cool. Okay, Niagara Falls.
Good.
Okay, you like that? And I'm pretty much sure I know what your favorite part was, but do you want to tell me of Niagara Falls?
Made of
Made of the Mist, which actually was Hornblower Tours because we were on the Canadian side and Made of the Mist is on the American side, but everybody still refers to it as Made of the Mist. Just like it's a facial tissue, but we all call it a Kleenex. It's the same thing. Okay. Did you like Niagara-on-the-Lake? What about Niagara-on-the-Lake did you like? Did you like the show? The Magician's Nephew? And that, if you're not familiar with it, it's based on one of the books from the Chronicles of Narnia. And I wasn't familiar with the book. The production was very imaginative. They went with this kind of less is more idea. So go ahead. I could tell you want to say it. What did they use for their scenery?
Boxes.
Right.
And they used the lighting sometimes to put it on the boxes, what they were trying to do.
Very good. It was cardboard boxes that they used for all the different locations. And the lighting that Lainie's referring to was projections that they would either put on the boxes, the cardboard, or there was kind of a gauzy screen material that would drop occasionally and they would project on that. And it's interesting because I've seen some of the movies, and with all the CGI and the fancy effects, this was actually far more imaginative, and I felt more like I was in the world of the characters seeing this than that. What else about Niagara-on-the-Lake? Anything else that you liked?
I liked all of the shops.
Very unique shops, a beautiful little downtown. There was a Christmas shop, lots of different things. I had a hard time getting her out of the jewelry stores and the hat store. So you spent a lot of time in there. Anything else?
In order of the...
Well, I mean, about Niagara-on-the-Lake before you get to that. I know what you're going to say, but did you like the bed and breakfast experience?
Yes.
Yeah, we stayed in a bed and breakfast, and that was pretty cool because in addition to it being beautiful, it was a lovely place, and we had basically our own apartment. We would eat breakfast with the other guests there, and we met some really nice people, and they had been to very different parts of the world. They were
Cuba.
Yeah, they were talking about their trip to Cuba, and they were very nice. And in fact,
we introduced lunch bites with Lainie to them, and then the next day when we ate breakfast with them, they told us that they watched a lot of our
episodes,
reviews
right,
all night.
Yep, and the lady was talking to you about it the next day. So that was a unique experience and a lot of fun. Okay, so now, anything else overall that you wanted to say?
In the order of the movies or episode.
The shows,
Yeah.
the live shows.
Shows.
Because this is Lainie's second trip to Stratford. She hadn't been to Shaw Festival before, but she has been to Stratford before. So you want to talk about the shows and how you like them.
So the Music Man goes first. Then from the other trip, the first trip to Canada that I went to, Guys and Dolls, that's second. And then The Magician's Nephew is third. And then from the first one, Romeo and Juliet was fourth.
And this is in the order you like them, you mean? Okay, all right.
But the Romeo and Juliet one, I didn't quite understand it that well, so that's why it's last.
Right. It was a very good production of Romeo and Juliet, but the Shakespearean language would be difficult for you to follow. But the cool thing is you were exposed to it and you got to see it. And the more you hear Shakespeare, especially at a younger age, the easier it is to understand when you get older, and that'll be important. You're going to have to read those plays in high school. I hate to break it to you, so that's going to be...
I think morrow means tomorrow, but I think that's the only word in Shakespeare that I understood.
Well, to be, not to be. All right, that's the wrong time. So anyway, well, we hope that this maybe opens up possibilities for other people to get out there and see live productions in addition to everything we do. It was a fun vacation to take. We got to see world-class entertainment, some really cool historical sites. It seemed like you enjoyed it. Yeah, and it was fun for me to take you there and show you the different things. And I had a really good time too, going through the theaters and actually filming you at those locations and kind of teaching you about the different things that were there. It was a lot of fun. So.
And our secret path to the bed and breakfast.
Yes, we had our own private entrance, so it was pretty cool. So all in all, Canada, Stratford Festival, and Shaw Festival, yummy or crummy for you?
Yummy.
And yummy for me too.
And yummy and yummy.
Very good.
Well,
all right,
you
well,
said
we hope you
Canada,
enjoyed it.
Stratford.
Let us know And maybe there'll be more of these to come in the future. If I can find the money to go on more vacations. Are you working yet?
No, but if you want me to do a lemonade stand or something like that, maybe we can make more money.
A lemonade stand, yes. We could go to a movie. Okay. Remember the guy who was the host at the bed and breakfast? He kept saying A? That's like we say, right? You understand that, right? They would say,
You understand that, A?
Because it's a little known fact, but Fonzie from Happy Days is actually Canadian. A?
A.
That's good. I'm meditating. You get your hair fixed because we're wrong. Mine's maintenance free, baby. I don't even need a brush.
Aren't you supposed to be thinking?
I comb this with a washcloth. I can't talk until you're done messing with your hair, Lainie. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, well, leave it alone.
I thought you were thinking.
No, I'm done thinking.